to stand up for it and say and make the awareness to the community. And I thank Brother Ali and Muhammad Hijab was doing that from an ummatic perspective.
Yeah, alhamdulillah, bro. It's very important. Whether it's Bangladeshi community, whether it's the Palestinian community,
Yep.
Muslim is a Muslim,
Yep.
wherever they are.
Exactly.
And bearing that in mind, it's very important for us to look past this nationalistic things.
Sure.
And it's important for us to look at Muslims suffering wherever they are and whatever issue they're going through.
Yes, definitely.
And the Bangladeshis now, I think, how many people have died now? Over 180?
I think the official figure is around that 180, but today when we have roughly around 450 today.
Today, 50?
Yeah, today.
Allahu Akbar.
So the curfew is on now since after Maghrib in Bangladesh, and students are chanting on the street because they have one agenda, which is to asking Prime Minister to step down. This is what they're chanting, and as we know, they are speaking for their own right. They are not asking for a favor.
Yeah.
And you know the unfair quota system they were speaking about, because 1/3 of the quota system was designated to the freedom fighters family. But then again, if you evaluate those quota,
When you say freedom fighters family,
yeah, freedom fighters family are this quota system actually
family of the army?
no freedom fighter, those who fought for the freedom fight in 1971.
Aha, okay.
And so this is a thank you token to the families because their family members fight for the independence. So this quota was, I think this quota was acted straight after independence, and it was abolished in the later 2000. Then it's reinstated again. So that, you know, there are a lot of party people, they want to give the jobs to the loyalists.
Got you.
Yeah, and some of the things unfair because the students are not getting their rights basically.
Yeah.
And as a result of a long time,
Because those jobs pay well. And
Yeah.
because those jobs pay well and the government, the civil service jobs, and they pay well, they have a lot of perks.
Sure.
People want those jobs. For them to be reserved at a time of economic issues, I can understand people being frustrated with that.
yeah, and not only that, what happened is when the ruling party in power, they are actually allowing their own loyalists to apply for those positions. And in order to apply for that, there was a scam taking place a few years back.
Yeah.
They registered the fake freedom fighters, and those fake freedom fighter certificate using by the supporter group,
Yeah.
and they're getting those jobs.
Yeah.
So I would say as an institutional fraudulent activity done within the process itself.
Yeah.
So the process is there. You have the process, but the process was not act as a fair way or an ethical way.
So where are we now? What's the updates of the situation?
So update is now, at the moment, the student union, the student committee, they declared a long march to seize the capital city tomorrow. So they want to overthrow the prime minister. And of course, the prime minister was doing her best so
They
that,
want to overthrow the Prime Minister,
yeah,
Hasina, yeah?
Hasina, by seizing the whole capital city in a peaceful manner, not to violate, not to kill, harm anything, just to make everything inactive, meaning they are asking government official not to attend the jobs, banker not to attend the bank,
Yeah.
you know, making it full inactive country so that she is indirectly forced to leave the position. Where the students saying we are not harming anyone,
Yeah.
nor we want any more harm. We all want is the whole country wants a new person to be lead. We do not want you be a prime minister where our brothers' life has been taken away by your forces. You know. So these are the students saying, and this is the idea of the student in general from Bangladesh.
Okay.
And the majority actually are on the street. Even the guardian, even mother allowing the son to go and saying goodbye son and come with the freedom. Knowing that mother, he may not come back.
So what can we do? What's next?
Sure.
Anything that we've missed?
I would say I didn't see the latest one. I've seen I think Ali's one. I've seen the Muhammad Hijab one for a few minutes. I need to watch it fully. To be honest, I was looking at all the news in Bangladesh, social media are full of news. So I would say we need to encourage brother, raise the social awareness so that it's an ummatic matter. We all need to be educated on this so that we can feel the pain of someone. And as you know, Brother Zishan, very well, and you always articulate well, that ummah is a body. If one part hurts, others should feel too. Otherwise, what's the meaning of the brotherhood? It's like a fake level to us, right?
Yeah.
So I would say this is my request to the brothers, those who are watching, keep side with the truth. Keep side with the justice. Keep side with the mercy. Because Allah is watching. Remember that statement. Thus one is satisfied. If no one watch, Allah is watching. So be careful which side we take. We should be able to face Allah. And can we justify our action? We need to decide now which side we are on.
And I think that summarizes the situation well, rather than people that have certain loyalties to certain parties and certain groups just because their families may get certain perks from it. It's important, like you said, to side with the truth, side with the justice, because on the day of judgment, the party perks aren't going to get us anywhere.
Sure.
And especially if people are dying, people are being oppressed, Allah does not favor the oppressors.
And wallahi, I wanted to say one great thing about the perseverance of the student. And when I look at how they acted on this event, it reminds me of one of the verses in the Quran, where Allah said, وَلَا تَسْتَوِي الْحَسَنَةِ وَلَا السَّيِّئَةِ idfa billati ahsan. Good and bad are not equal. Counter bad with good. And then your sworn enemy will be your devoted friend. And how I realized, I have seen police were shooting. But when police injured, those students help the police and telling, you are my brother. Look at that. You shooting me, and when I get shot, I am caring for you. That shows the respect for the government official, by the student. It shows that the students want fairness. If they have grudge over police, they would have killed police, but they're not doing that. They realize this police is someone's son or someone's daughter. So they are trying to cohesion together, but they want to make a country with fairness, justice, and the freedom, and they want a total reform. Because when the fraud become institutionalized, that is a problem, because the whole layer is corrupted. And so much so, they summarize in their chanting, and there is one word they're using. It's called bu'a in Bangla, which means, if you translate it, it's called fraudulent or fake. So everything they're labeling about government is fake, So this is the expression students are giving to all over the world, and they're asking us to keep us in their du'as, and we should always...
But here's a question that I have respectfully. Hasn't Bangladesh done so well compared to Pakistan, for example, in the last 30 years economically, GDP growth? It's sometimes looked at as an inspirational case in South Asia.
I mean, there is good and bad. So, I mean, we have to be fair on everything. We cannot just belittle someone's good things as well. There are some goodness, of course. They done economy better, but at the same time, we need to understand Bangladesh labor is cheap. So it doesn't matter whether this government or any other government. Any other government would be in this position, would have done the same thing. Because of the geopolitical situation and at the time of the demand and the supply of the garment sector, we need to know where our remittance is coming from. Our main supply of money is from our pharmaceuticals and selling clothing to all over the world because of the cheap labor. So sometimes it's other factors as well. But anyway,
thank you for the update, brother. It's very important for us to keep up to date with this stuff, and of course, much appreciated to yourself for coming forward and informing us about what's going on. It's very important. Anywhere where Muslims are dying, we need to be informed. We need to, be cognizant. And du'as are absolute standard for everyone watching and hearing. Thank you, brother.
Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum.